Alright, I bought two of my very first cast iron pans, well, for all practical purposes, my very first ones. This one I picked up at an antique store down in Asheville after quite a bit of looking. I've been looking at Goodwills and things like that with no luck whatsoever, and I didn't want to get the brand new ones with all that heavy coating on it. And this one cost me, oh gosh, 15 bucks, maybe 20. This one, much bigger, she's, well, they say 12 inches. And she's only about, I'd say a healthy 2.5 inches deep. That one cost me 60 bucks, but I've actually seen similar pans to this going for 160. So that's effing crazy, but there you go. So now to clean them off and get rid of some of all that, I don't know how well you can see it. It's sort of sticky and gross looking, and they're a little beat up. So I've, of course, asked God, which is Google, and discovered the first step is self-cleaning oven. So we'll try it out. Alright, they're in the oven upside down on the rack. So my oven says that I shouldn't keep the racks in there when I self-clean, but there's really no other way to put them in here. So they're going to stay in, and you can see some of the rust on the side. We'll see what happens when this puppy comes out. Alright, it sat inside this ridiculously hot oven for 3 hours, and it still looks rusty, but we'll see if it comes off. I'm going to try to clean it with soap, water, and if I need to, some steel wool, and let you know how it goes. Okay, tried cleaning off the rust with regular soap and water. Didn't come at all clean. So tried really stiff wire brush, steel wool, a rougher sandpaper, it's about 150, and a 220. Got some of the rust off, but definitely not as much as I would want. So now, using a 50% solution of distilled vinegar, yep, see that black water? That was 50% distilled vinegar. You can't even see the pan in there. Oh my God. All right, the pan is in there. 50% distilled vinegar, 50% water, just from the hose outside, because this got really messy. We took it outside. And you can sort of see the outline of one of the pans. That's the filthy water because we've been doing some scrubbing. We're letting it sit for about an hour and a half, hoping to get more of the rust off. So when it comes out, we're scrubbing with this is just sort of like a Adobe pad. It's just a slightly textured scrubber. And you can see some of the dirt we're getting off these things as it sits inside this vinegar solution. So I can't believe I'm going to be cooking in something that was this filthy, but that's the plan. Keep you posted. Okay, finally, after an hour and a half in the vinegar, the 50% vinegar solution, lots of scrubbing, we got them pretty clean, and now to make sure they're super dry, oven 200 degrees for 15 minutes. Came out of the oven, and there still was some rust, which I did discover, according to one website, no matter what, when the pans are especially old, it's, you know, it's iron and it's not protected, so as it dries it will immediately start to rust. So I've scrubbed it with a 220 grit. On the inside looks pretty good. For a perfectionist such as myself, the handle looks a little rusty, but we're going to smear bacon grease on it and then put it into the oven at it just got preheated at 350 for 45 minutes. The plan is to do that 4 times. Okay, that was my jar of bacon fat that I had in the freezer. Used the wax paper to smear it all over the pan. You see how glistening it is. Then it's going to go inside the oven just like this other one. Remember, it's at 350. It's going to go, it's hard to see like this. Anyways, it's upside down with a pan, a tin foil underneath to catch bacon fat as it drips down. 45 minutes, and 4 times we're going to do this. Re-greasing between each time. So taking it out after 45 minutes, put on more bacon fat, put it back in for 45 minutes, 4 times, and then we should be good to go. And that is how we do our cast iron pots. I'll show you how it looks at the end. Alright, we were up till past midnight. We had it in at 350 and we ended up doing it for 4 times, 45 minute stints. I will say my pans, I've never done this before, and they don't look quite like everyone else's on YouTube. Mine are not quite as perfectly black. There's all these, I don't know, well, sand lines, it looks like, almost. Just seeing if you can see that. So it looks like swirls, but we'll see how it cooks. I'm gonna make some pork sausage probably this morning, and but that's how to reseason a pan, and good luck, everyone. All right, breakfast is on. We've got molasses, pumpkin pancakes, and check this out, in our second new pan. Doesn't it look fabulous? Pork sausage, cooking amazingly well. So I'm gonna call this a success, and I haven't even eaten it yet.